Hey, yo, what up? It's your boy Shorty Rock, Shorty ROC NYC on all platforms, but the main platform is the Coliseum. So make sure y'all check that out. Listen, I just want to talk about this thing that happened with LeBron James and his son Bronny. I just want to say that, and hopefully y'all can hear me clearly, but you know what I'm saying? I just feel like LeBron James being on the same team as his son in the NBA, I feel like is a monumental power move for the entire black community. I feel like if you really pay attention, like if you really pay attention to what happened, this is as big as like Obama becoming president, or this is as big of a statement as, you know, any other movement or situation that occurred that affected black history forever. I feel like we're living in a moment in time where we really pay attention to what just happened. I feel like it should be an inspiration and motivation for all black people everywhere, especially black fathers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna break it down like this, right? So number one, LeBron excelled at his craft. Let's just break it down like that. LeBron rose to the top NBA player of all time. Now, my personal opinion, I feel like Michael Jordan is the all-time GOAT, but I feel like to even have a battle between people's minds, I feel like it's half and half. Some people feel like LeBron is the GOAT, some people feel like Michael's the GOAT, but I feel like the fact that you even in that conversation arguing like that, you know what I'm saying? Like you have reached the epitome of your craft. I feel like you reached the full height of your craft, right? So the one thing I want to say is, like, as black people, we have to really strive our best to be good and great at the things that we decide to do. You know what I'm saying? See, some of y'all are working in jobs and y'all have businesses, but that's not really what you're supposed to do. And so that's why you're not all that good at it. You barely good at it, but you're not even great at it. You know what I'm saying? We have to find what God has given us to do on this earth so that we could be the all-time great, so that we could rise to the heights of that situation, whether it's a job or a business or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? A sport. I feel like we have to take the inspiration of someone like LeBron and take our God-given abilities, because LeBron is gifted, he's talented, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he still had to apply and work and do everything possible for him to rise to that height, okay? So that's one. Number two, I feel like because he was able to rise to that height, he was able to accumulate a certain level of power and influence in the field in which he chose to rise to. And I feel like as black people, we need to start understanding that as we start being good and great at things, that it garners us a certain amount of influence. You know what I'm saying? And the third thing is he was able to leverage his influence and his power, maybe even money, to be able to secure his son being placed on the same exact team as him. And when you look at the NBA sports and how the NBA is set up, that rarely ever happens for you to get the exact same teammate that you wanted, especially if it's someone that you're related to. Most people have brothers and sisters and all these other things that they would like to accompany them in the job or position that they're in, but unless they own the company, it just doesn't happen for black people. We see it all the time in the white community, but I feel like in other communities who have the ownership where they're able to bring on their friends and family onto high levels of income. But unfortunately, it seems like the black community is in last place when it comes to doing that. And I feel like we need to really gain strength and understanding from what just happened. And it motivates me because it tells me that I need to be in a position where I'm constantly excelling and growing and being the best if not the very best, at the craft in which I chose to do, which is media. So I chose to be in media, even though I am a rapper, I'm a spoken word artist, I'm a business owner, but I chose to be in media. And I felt like this is the craft in which that, God has put me on and put me in and positioned me, and I'm going to try my best to be the best. You know what I'm saying? And I understand today that the reason why I'm doing it is because I need to be able to put my kids in position and give them an upper hand in life that other people and races and classes have been able to do. And for some reason, black people just haven't figured out how to do it. Matter of fact, we shun working with family and friends. We shun working with, like giving our kids the upper hand. We want to make our kids suffer. We want to make our kids work just the same way we worked, sweat the same way we sweated. And it's nothing. I feel like I understand the heart that's coming from, because I'm like that myself. I don't want to spoil my kids, but at the same time, I feel like I need to put myself in a financial position and in a influential position to be able to really give my kids the upper hand in whatever they desire to do, whether that's financially, whether that's my business connections, networking, whatever it is. I need to accumulate enough power and influence that I can put my kids in position, because the only way a lot of times people even get in position is someone had to put them there. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people can work and work and work and work and work and try their best. And until somebody actually puts them in position, all their hard work will be in vain. And unfortunately, we live in a day and time where we are not possessing the mindset to want to really help the closest people that we know, especially family. Sometimes family could be hella annoying. Sometimes family could be a burden on us. Sometimes family could be, the reason why we cry at night. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we have to figure out, number one, how not to put pressure like that on our family. You know what I'm saying? To not be such a burden to our families. But at the same time, we got to figure out how to put our family in position, because the black family and black people as a whole have not figured out how to harness their influence to uplift the entire community. We figured out how to influence and uplift ourselves for selfish gain and for egotistical gain. You know what I'm saying? But we haven't figured out how to do it to where our community is uplifted. And one way you do that is by putting your kids in position to win, putting your kids in positions of power. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying all this because I'm really having an epiphany myself. I'm having a revelation where I'm saying, you know what? I need to really work hard and work harder and work the hardest so that my kids can have an upper hand, so that I can have enough influence to say, no, my kid is going to be the vice president. My kid is going to be this. You're going to put my kid in position to do this. And I'm not saying that, my kid can't earn it, my kid can't work for it, and my kid can't do what's necessary so that they qualify. But what I'm saying is, if I'm able to help, I need to be able to help. And I need to be in a position where I can help. We don't need to be at the mercy of other people's kids, because a lot of times these companies and corporations were owned by people who got put in position. You know what I'm saying? The only reason you the CEO is because your grandfather was the owner of the company, and your father became the owner, and now he put you, not an owner, then went to the trustee board, and now you, the CEO, you running the company. But in all actuality, you never built that company. You ain't think of that company. You know what I'm saying? You were just put in a position, and you were given all the tools to be successful. But if you wasn't put in that position, you would never be there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm tired of being upset about black people not being put in position or given permission to do things by another race, when in all actuality, we got to put our own selves in position. You know what I'm saying? We got to put our own selves in position. And when you have an opportunity to help, you should help. But at the same time, black people can't be snakes, and black people can't be lazy, and black people can't perpetuate the stereotypes that we all know about, and is the reason why we don't like putting black people in position. You know what I'm saying? It's because sometimes there's certain black people that don't know how to act when they're in position. So you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand sometimes that when you're in position, how to act, how to treat people, how to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that we even have to have this conversation, but I feel like this is a conversation we need to have. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just feel like this was a monumental occasion that we really need to draw strength and understanding from this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a huge LeBron fan, but I am now. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't. I am now. Because LeBron did something. He showed me something that no one else was able to show me until right now. That you could rise to the heights of your profession, and you could be the person that sets your entire generation up, put them in a beautiful place. You know what I'm saying? So as a man of my household, as the father of my kids, I take it upon my responsibility to do whatever's necessary to make sure that my bloodline is in a winning position and stays there. No matter what my kids' decisions are, they should always be in a position of wealth. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of rich kids out here that make a lot of mistakes. But guess what? Their mistakes didn't cost them the entire fortune. You know what I'm saying? So my fortune needs to be high enough for them to make mistakes and bounce back and still have that cushion. You know what I'm saying? That generational wealth needs to be a priority in the black community. All right? So, listen, my name is Shorty Rock, Shorty ROCNYC on all platforms, but the real platform to follow is The Coliseum. That's KHALISEUM. And make sure you download it on your app store. All right, peace.